Live in Bristol, Tennessee, moments ago, post-race, that's Joey Logano. Remember, who got bumped by Denny Hamlin going over to Hamlin's car and wanting to talk with Denny about it. You see the crew from the Joe Gibbs team. They were former Joe Gibbs Racing teammates. And Michael Waltrip, you said that Logano wouldn't take the apology over the radio lightly, and the pushing is coming to shoving here.
Yeah, and we can see what happened. Joey Logano pulled up in front of Denny. Denny said, "I'm not giving you a break, Joey," and punts him when he gets down to turn 1 and 2, spins Joey around, and tempers flared after the race.
Hamlin out of line.
Hamlin, you've got to give and take in this sport. He gave, he didn't take.
Matt Yoakum is with Denny Hamlin.
And Denny
I see he was coming for me, so I usually don't see him, so it's usually not a factor.
All right, thanks, Denny. Chris?
I mean, it's Bristol, but it's ridiculous. It's not. I feel like I race him clean all the time, and he's gonna do that. So I understand the way he races now. That he's not my teammate, and I will race him the same way he races me.
Joey got loose. He got a little sideways off the floor.
There you go.
Hamlin gave him a shot. 1 to go.
Outside, barely. Outside.
Hamlin there. Logano to the bottom, trying to hold his ground.
That's going to be tough, though. But he's been running good on the bottom. If he can just clear Hamlin right there. No way. He's going to lose his momentum. They're going to touch hard. Are they going to make it?
Neck and neck.
Down the back, side by side.
Kyle Busch closing in.
Watch out for the third place car, Kyle Busch. He's looking.
Hamlin edges ahead. They get it. They touch. They touch, and here comes Kyle. Logano on the wall. Hamlin spins down the racetrack, and Kyle Busch wins in California.
I thought they'd be nice to each other. They weren't. Hard impact on the 11 car, head on. I don't like the looks of that.
Hard hit to the inside wall for Hamlin. A bounce off the outside wall for Logano, and it ends in a shower of sparks.
I am not surprised. I was hoping that wouldn't happen, but I'm not surprised. Denny's got his window net down. I think he's fine.
And that's a good sign to the rescue workers that he is okay. Two drivers went into turn 3, both refusing to lose.
I saw nothing wrong. That was two guys racing for the win. The 22 gets on, they're side by side. One pushes up a little bit. They make contact.
And here is the 5-hour energy, big move of the race.
White flag right there. Yeah, that's when Joey got loose off turn 4, allowed Hamlin to get up beside him and make the pass. But here's where this is where it gets crazy. Joey can't quite get up in front of Denny right here. It's a drag race down the back. Hamlin's got a slight advantage, but then Joey fights back, and this is where they really go nuts down here in turn 3. Gotta run, got a slight edge, but then Joey gets loose on the bottom. Watch his car, gets loose, walks up the hill. They make contact. Then they really get together, and that's when the 22 went in the wall and the 11 hit that inside wall hard. Watch his car. Watch the back of the car. Ooh, I mean, the whole car just came up off the ground.
And I don't see any safer barrier in that area right there.
I don't either, Larry.
But, Darrell, I agree with you. That's not over-aggression. That's not payback. That's two drivers racing hard for the win and refusing to lose.
I'd fire both of them if they didn't do that. I am a little concerned for Denny because that was an incredibly hard hit.
Logano, Hamlin, Busch, there's contact. Here's Busch to the outside to take the top spot. Kyle Busch will just power around the outside. Meanwhile, Hamlin and Logano make contact. Hamlin's in the fence, and Kyle Busch is going to win at the Auto Club Speedway in an unbelievable 3-wide pass as they worked off turn number 3. Hamlin into the inside retaining wall. Joey Logano will finish 6th.
I interviewed him yesterday. I want to play you something that he said and get your response to it.
Did I intentionally wreck him? No, I did not intentionally do that. If I was going to do that, I would have hit him in the left rear tire. I feel like I hit him in the door. I hate to see him get hurt. I feel like the comments after the race that I made were taken way out of context. I feel like, I just got off a pit road, off a heated moment there that caught me way off gun, or way off, where I thought was going to happen. And then, then a microphone gets shoved in your face. And you have, it was a minute after what happened on pit road. So obviously my mind wasn't straight, and I didn't know Denny was hurt. There's no way for me to know. I think I got taken way out of context of, way I meant anything.
Thoughts?
In the interview there, he's saying it wasn't intentional. But 3 different instances, he had a chance to say, it wasn't intentional, and all 3 times he said it was. So there's no doubt in my mind that it was intentional. Did he intend on me getting hurt? I don't believe so. Another thing that bugged me is that he says in his interview that these cars are pretty safe, so I'm sure he's fine. That is taken for granted. What we do is just that we're Superman and we can't be hurt. That's why people don't wreck each other on 200-mile-per-hour racetracks. It's because this is what can happen. You got to think about that as a driver. You can't just throw caution to the wind because no one's gotten killed in 10 years. It's okay to just wreck someone at 200. It's not okay because, I have a daughter now. I'd like to do things with her when I get older. So don't take my health for granted just because you want to retaliate.
Right there, Matt Kenseth, he really lost his entire race car and able to 22 to catch him.
Here comes the 22. He's closed the gap all over the back bumper now as they've caught the slower traffic. And around goes the 20, sideways in front of the 22. Kenseth slides, caution comes out. The 22 was all over the back bumper of the 20 as they entered turn 1.
I got slants when I come the first time. Joey spun me out, lifted my tires off the ground.
We mentioned the lap traffic. You see right here, Matt Kenseth gets tight. He knows the 20's coming, so he tries to block. He goes to the apron. He knows the 22's coming up. He comes up to block him. A big block onto the 22, and the 22 drives in, catches him in the left rear quarter panel, spins the 20 out. Matt Kenseth with a great save to stay off the wall, but the damage to the points and the ultimate win has been done. The 20 will have to come get tires. His chance to win today is over.
And Matt Kenseth had to do everything he could to block him. Just like I said, he's racing for his championship. If he doesn't block Joey Logano gets on the outside of him and gets around him. So you can't blame Matt Kenseth for trying to block.
Hang on right here, bud.
But with that, when you make that decision, and I agree, a must decision, he had no choice, you also put yourself that opportunity. We saw it last week with Carl Edwards and Dale Jr. We see it again with the 20 and the 22. When you drive defensively, you give the guy behind you the opportunity to make that decision. He gets into the 20. Right, wrong, that's racing. These two can disagree about it. They'll have to talk about it after. But as you mentioned, it all started with the 20's defensive moves, which were required in this must-win situation.
Yeah, you're there. If you'd have left the lane like you should have, nothing would have happened. You blocked too many times. I get it, man. It's fine. Copy. You know the deal. Yeah, 10-4. I mean, he blocked you once. Second time, he gotcha. I was clear, crazy said clear, and I checked, and I pulled up in front of him, and he was behind me for 3 car lengths, lifted my rear tires off the ground, never lifted getting into one, just down me.
Describe your role as the second-place car, Joey, in those closing laps.
This is good, hard racing. We were racing each other really hard, and I felt like I got fenced twice down the straightaways, and he raced me hard, so I raced him hard back, and that's just that's hard racing. That's the way I race. If I get raced like that, I'll race the same way. That's just how I've always been, and it'll always be that way. So I just really couldn't be more proud of this team, though. To be sitting in such a great position going into Talladega makes us feel really, really good.
You have blocked some people from victory lane here today, including Matt. How do you feel about that strategy-wise going into round 3, the third race in this round?
The fact that we're the only team that can relax right now is going to pay big dividends when we get to Martinsville. Everyone else is a little bit nervous. Our goal is still to win the race, even though we were moved on to the next round. Our goal is still to win that race, and try to get some guys nervous for next week. That's kind of the strategy.
Yeah, it's hard to drive a car with the rear tires off the ground. So, I was moving around the best I could. Joey was a lot tighter, a lot faster on a short run, but we were so much better in a long run. And I could still kind of get up the top and get around them and catching 2-lap cars. And crazy so I was clear, and I pulled up in front of him, and he just lifted my tires off the ground and wrecked me.
What will you talk to Joey about in regards to this incident?
Oh, I won't talk to Joey. I don't have anything to talk to him about, really. So, you make decisions every day. You make decisions every minute behind the wheel. To me, strategically, that doesn't seem like such a great decision for him. But it's the one he made, and that's how he wanted to win. So I'm one of the only guys I think that haven't been into it yet with Joey. And I've always raced him with a ton of respect. I've actually been one of his biggest fans. Certainly not anymore, but I always was. So, it's a shame. I'm glad the car's not wrecked. We'll just go until today.
Come on. Watching this 20. It's coming. It's 22 chopped right across me. Tell that 22 I'm going to knock his ass out after the race. You tell him. Tell him to hide behind his daddy. Came from the third lane. I don't even think he was going to pit. Turned right down in front of me and brake checked me.
And Kenza cleared by Logano. Maybe no. Kenza takes him out. Logano into the wall. Caution comes out and the crowd roars.
Take it back. Right with you. In your tire track. Outside. Still down there. Still down there.
Kenza just wrecked Joey Logano. He waited on him and was the leader came by. Payback for Matt Kenza.
Kansas just gained a whole lot of fans in Martinsville. Oh my goodness. Matt just got more fans than he's ever gotten in his whole life right there. Wow, man, I guess the right front went down there. Blew right in front or something. That looked like it hurt. Hell, I've heard of wrecking a guy, but not getting everybody a headache. Yeah, it's crazy. Matt just absolutely destroyed the 22. You kidding me? That's ridiculous. Holy moly. Wow. That's awesome. I mean, he didn't take him out. He jumped him. Stuck. Tell you what you need to do is go over there and get him. That's a chicken move right there. He's got his sunglasses on. Chilling. You don't want nobody reading his thoughts. The WWE fans are happy, aren't they? I just can't get over what this series has come to. Just how up it is. How do you really crown a real champion now? Just the wild, wild west.
I need the driver, the crew chief, and the owner of the 20 in the hauler most race.
Tell Tom down there to stay cool, okay? Everybody. We don't make a lot of comments about this. We just move on.
Joey Logano has walked out of the infield care center. Joey, are you surprised?
Well, yeah. I thought, I think what happened in Kansas is a completely different deal. We were racing for the win, and he blocks you a few times, and we raced hard, and he blocked me last time, and we spun out. That's what happened there. Here is just a complete coward move, especially for a championship race car driver and race team. Just complete coward. I don't have anything else to say. It's a chicken, what move to completely take out the leader when your race is over, and we'll move on. We're going to work hard, and we're going to get our car back out there, hopefully, and we just got to win.
Joey, between then and now, had you made any attempt at all to try to resolve the situation with Matt?
They won't let me get to him.
10-4. Obviously very disappointed. His chase is in jeopardy now for the championship round, Rick.
Out of the story, Matt.
Well, it's really a disappointing day. I thought we were going to have a shot at the win there. And, they were jacking up the restart real bad to let each other in as teammates, which that's fine. And Brad went in there, and I got outside of Joey, and I was going to try to race him for the win, and Brad wiped me out for some reason. I'm not really sure why. And then we had so much damage on the right front, I should have probably just put it in the garage. I just got into one and couldn't get it to turn, and ran Joey over. So disappointing end for sure.
Joey said it was a complete coward move on your part. Your reaction to that?
I don't have any comments for that.
There will be people who say there was intent involved, even though you said you had a right front go down. What's your comment to those folks?
Well, there's people who say a lot of things. The splitter was trying to take the ground and, got in the corner and, certainly ruined his day. I know what it's like to be that, too. Some days you're the bat, some days you're the ball. It's never fun when you're the ball. So, like I said, disappointing end to our chase. And, he's got a couple races left, got the best car. He might get a couple wins here and still have a shot at it. So, certainly disappointed it came down to that, man. I was out there trying to race hard as I could for Dollar General and try to get the win. I really thought we were going to have a shot for a win before, they got me the first time. So, disappointed to get wiped out twice in the last 4 weeks with a shot to win for sure.
Do you think this is over, or do you see another chapter maybe coming in retribution from him?
I don't know. I feel like every week's a new week. Go out and race, do what you think is right. Race as hard as you can and just take it 1 week at a time. So I don't know. I try to do the best I can. You never like to be in these situations. They really stink, to be honest with you. But, sometimes you get put in these spots, and you know, you gotta try to keep respect in the garage area. You can't get yourself ran over. You can't get in the chase next year and get ran over for the same reason. So, like I said, hate the way it ended. Wish we were out there celebrating or having a shot for the win like we did before we got wrecked. So, disappointing day.
Matt Kenseth very matter-of-fact about it, Rick, but that is his side of the story.
When moments ago, Joey Logano, you know the history with him and Matt Kenseth. Kenseth, again, wrecking and saying Joey bumped him out of the line. This is him saying and warning Logano after the race moments ago. You can interpret what he's saying when the finger is pointed in the direction of Joey Logano. And this was earlier with 15 to go. Kenseth was bumped out of line. Then when he got back in, he was involved in the wreck with Danica Patrick, blaming Joey Logano for that. Remember last year he had the suspension, exacting a little revenge on him. And Chris Neville is standing by right now with Joey Logano.
Well, Joey Logano right at the front for most of today, but Joey, 2 hard hits, 2 days in a row. Good to see you're okay. But I did see Matt Kenseth say a couple things to you as he was leaving. What'd Matt say?
Nah, not much. Just, you know, it's unfortunate. We had a pretty decent car. I wouldn't say it's the fastest car out there. It took us all day to get towards the front, but we positioned ourselves well. At the end there, I guess it was around 20 to go up there in the front row and actually up there in the lead. So I was proud of what our Shell Pennzoil team did. We worked hard all day, just unfortunately didn't end up as well as we'd like to. 2 days in a row, a couple big hits. So can't wait to get out of this place.
Thanks, Joey.
Logano and Kyle Busch for third.
3 wide going in there to turn 3.
This is going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly down here, boys.
And Busch is around. Martin Truex's money in Las Vegas. He wins. Kyle Busch slides down the pit road, and teammates are side by side at the finish for 4th.
17 now.
What led to your anger at the end?
I got dumped. Flat out just drove straight in the corner and wrecked me.
Any conversation between you and Joey, or was it just the fisticuffs?
That's how Joey races, so he's going to get it.
All right, appreciate Kyle at least offering some comments there to Vince as he was heading out. And you see the blood. That's not from when he was racing in the car. That was from the altercation afterwards. So, Michael, he said, I got dumped. That's how Joey races. Do you agree with that?
No, I think it was just the last lap, man. Kyle made an aggressive move that took Joey down the track lower than he wanted to be. Joey was aggressively racing on the last lap. He got loose and they hit. I think they're both at fault, and they shouldn't have confronted each other like that.
I don't know, I was racing hard there at the end with our Pennzoil Ford, and you know, Kyle and I usually race really well together. We usually never have any issues, and he tried to, you know, pin me down into the corner underneath Brad, and we about crashed on entry, and then I was still trying to gather it up by the center, and I was going to spin out, so I'm trying to chase it up, and he was there. So, yeah, obviously nothing intentional, but obviously he thinks that, so I don't know, we'll move on.
Any blows landed between the two of you?
None to me.
Yeah, Joey was quickly pulled away from the center of the fight, which was involved Kyle Busch and members of Joey Logano's crew.
Oh, into the walls, the 22 of Logano. The 11 put the 22 of Logano into the walls. It came off of 4.
And there's some heavy smoke out of the 22. Left rear tire rub. Oh, the left rear looks like it's going flat quickly.
A lot of damage to Joey Logano. He's going to go up into the wall.
Hold the brake, hold the brake, hold the brake. Keep coming.
having a discussion. Everything was civil. And then like Joey does, he does a little, push and then runs away. So that's Joey. It's scared. He said, "Do you want to go?" I said, "Yes, I'm here." But then he runs away, so.
What was the altercation on track that led to it?
I got close off of turn 4. It looks like we got together, and it looks like collateral damage. He blew a tire, but I mean, he would probably say, short track racing.
You gonna try and find him after this?
No, I don't need to find him. Pretty frustrated. I mean, he just kind of came off the corner like there wasn't on a car on the outside of him. And we ruined our day. A shot to win for sure, and we probably weren't going to beat the 19, but we had a top 5 for sure coming our way if we just were able to survive there. And I don't really know what happened, because once he started hitting me, he didn't lift. He just kept finishing me off. We ran each other fine all day, so I don't know. I don't really know what happened. Here's the replay. He just kind of sends me up there and keeps on going with it. Cut down my tires and fender rubs everywhere. So, at the end of the day, we still got a decent finish out of it, and some points in the stages at least. But a little frustrated with the situation. Wanted to talk to him about it, and maybe I should have shoved him at the end. It may have escalated a little bit more, but it's frustrating. There's a lot of passion out there.
Why did it get physical, and what did you want to deliver in terms of a message to Denny by going down and talking to him?
Honestly, I just wanted to see what he's going to say, and he really wasn't apologetic at all. So that's more frustrating when someone's like that, isn't it? When someone wrecks you and is like, that's not really what I was going for there. So I just wanted to see what his thoughts were, and wasn't quite the answer I was looking for.
Is this what the round of 8 in these playoffs do, bring out these emotions, Joey?
Just the playoffs. It just happens. It's part of it. Emotions run high.